Hi, and welcome back to Budget Beauty. This is the main series where I do my weekly makeup look on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon. Today is Saturday, and it's the end of March. So I was thinking about doing a green look to mark the end of the month. I am Lindsay Beatty. I am the creative force behind Budget Beauty, and this has been a ongoing process. So I was thinking about doing green today. As you can see, I have on my green shirt, and this is a green Ninja Turtle shirt that I got from Old Navy. So I am actually going to be running errands later today. We're going to go out to Old Navy because I have to exchange something that I bought for my husband, and then I got to go to Staples so I can get some note cards because I'm doing a training at work, and I am going to have to be explaining some things, and I want to put some notes off to the side to help me better explain what I'm going to be doing. So I need to go get note cards because I don't have any, and I need to make notes on the stuff that I'm going to be presenting. So I was like, yay, I will do some stuff. I will do some stuff. So and I'm going to get out the house and do it today. So yeah, I decided to wear green. I don't think I'm going to do face makeup today. I kind of have been letting my skin rest a little bit, and it's not too terrible right now. Few little dark spots, but nothing major. But I'm going to do some eye makeup, and I'm going to do lipstick. So, because I'm not planning to eat for a while, so I had a big breakfast this morning, so I was like, I don't need to worry about eating and destroying my lipstick. So, yeah, I'm going to do some green eye makeup and some red lipstick, probably red. Also, too, before we get started, I wanted to give y'all an update on my eyelashes. So, if I can get in close enough, you can see on this eye, they're growing back. There's a shadow, it casts a shadow. But as y'all can see, it's slowly coming back in. On this eye, this is my left eye. The left eye was really weird acting. And that's where I first noticed the issue was on my left. But as you can see, it's kind of coming back. I don't have a sty right now, thankfully. But yeah, my eyelashes are coming back. But I'm still gonna let them rest for a minute. I'm not gonna wear mascara for a minute. And then on this eye, they are growing back on this one too. Like I say, if I just leave them alone and I don't bother with them, they'll grow back in time. Just have to give them time to rest. I have not used the castor oil trick yet, so there's that. So let's get started. So I need to replace the battery in my little lighted mirror, my Conair lighted mirror. So is this mirror? I know y'all can see my reflection, but it's this mirror. I got this mirror, as you can see, the Conair. I got this mirror a couple of months ago when I first decided to set up my makeup area. And it was $25 at Ulta, and it takes a battery. Well, my battery's dying now, so I need to replace the battery in it, which I will. But I use it. I don't really use it for the light. I just need it for the mirror so that while I'm sitting here doing and I'm talking to y'all, I can do this at the same time. And I was thinking about getting a handheld, like an actual handheld, because y'all, I really only need one hand to do makeup. It's not that hard. So I would like to have a good mirror. When I did makeup in my bathroom, that was really good. Because it's great lighting in there, and the mirror is fantastic. I have a big giant square mirror in my bathroom. So, but I decided to move my makeup out of there because it was getting to be too much. Like I have too much makeup for that. So I might reconsider maybe. But I've also filled in that space in the bathroom, so there's that. I have a very, very, very tiny bathroom. So that's why I was like, this is too much. We're doing too much. So what I'm doing, I'm prepping this. This of course is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is the anti-aging. I'm prepping this a little bit because we are, like I say, we are scraping the bottom of the barrel. So I'm going to start putting this on and applying. Hopefully this video won't be super long because I'm not doing face makeup, I don't think. I may decide to do face makeup. I might. I don't know. Let's see how I feel when I get to finishing this stuff and I got some downtime, and we'll see how long this video is because I really don't need to wear it today. And I may go shopping for some makeup later today. I'm thinking about possibly, because where I'm going to this Old Navy, there's an Ulta not that far away. It's in the same shopping complex. And so I checked earlier in the week, and the thing that I was looking for, they did not have it at my usual Ulta, which is kind of shocking. But I'm going to double check before I leave. And if they have what I'm looking for, which is some Juvia's Place loose setting powder, I will go and pick up some. But that's going to be the only thing we're going to get today. We're not going to get other stuff. We're going to be good bears. We're not going to overspend on makeup, as I am wont to do. So I was thinking about going and looking to see if they had some, but I need to check. I'm going to check Ulta. I'm going to check Ulta's app before I go, because of course, you know, I have the app. And I am signed in. And the crazy thing is, and it's a little bit of story time. So once upon a time, I used to be married to someone else. And that marriage did not work out. And by not work out, I mean he left. So I've talked about this a little bit before in other videos, but yeah, that was a whole thing. So while I was married, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because while I was married, I had another last name than the one that I have now. I use Beatty as my married name, and my maiden name is Hicks. And so I haven't legally changed it to Beatty just yet because I got married during the pandemic again. And so I haven't had a chance to change it. And so and it's hard. Now it's hard. You have to physically go to Social Security office first and then change it at the DMV. And we all know what's going on with Social Security right now. So that affects more than just people getting payments. That also affects name changes and visits to offices and all of that. So, because you have to make a visit. You cannot do this online. And so I had been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. I got married in 2021 and it's now 2025. So there's that. Something to be said about not procrastinating. So anyway, when I was married previously, I would go to Ulta, and I used to go in there. I didn't buy makeup from Ulta. It was weird. I don't know why I didn't buy makeup from Ulta. It was weird because I'd use makeup, so I don't know what the deal was. But I don't even know where I was getting my makeup from. I don't remember. This was like 15 years ago, almost. So when I would go to Ulta, I would buy fingernail polish. Because I used to do my nails all the time. I don't do my nails now because it's work. And maybe I might get back into it. Maybe. And I might do something with Budget Beauty with nail polish. I probably will with like nails and stuff. I may get involved in that. I don't know. We'll branch out and see. We'll see how I feel about it. But that might not be a thing. So anyway. Also now I'm going to put on the numero uno ColourPop BFF liquid liner. So when I was going to Ulta, so I'm going to be looking down to do this while I'm talking. When I was going to Ulta, your girl had a different last name. And so my married name then was Mosley. And so I changed my name. So I opened my Ulta account with the last name Mosley. Okay. So jump to many years later when I get married again, and guess what? I opened it under the second time, Beatty. So now I have two accounts. That's the moral of the story. I have two accounts. One is under the last name Mosley, one is under the last name Beatty. And it's a whole thing. So whenever, I think, not the last time I went in, but the time before that, the lady pulled up my account and I put my number in because I have the same phone number, and I've had the same phone number for 20. I got my first phone in 2003, and that is when I got my first phone number and only phone number, and it's 2025, so 2022. So 22 years. Math. That's why I'm a auditor and not necessarily a financial statement accountant. Anyway, accounting is also basic math. It's not like super involved math. But anyway, so 22 years. I've had the same phone number for 22 years. So when I opened that first account, it was under the same phone number. So when she pulled it up, she was like, she kind of gave me that look. And I was like, yeah, I know. And she was like, which one do you want to use? Beatty. And she's like, oh. I was like, yeah. So she was like, let me look to see how many points. So I had points under the other name. And she was like, well, what you're going to have to do is call customer service and tell them you want to combine the accounts because you are in fact the same person. And I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, but I don't really want to do that because that would involve me having to talk about that previous last name, and I don't really want to do that. So yeah, that's the saga of having multiple last names. So technically I'm Lindsay Meredith Hicks Mosley Hicks Beatty. I got a million government names here. So yeah. My divorce was final in 2011. I'm sorry, 2013. January 2013. And I got married again April of 2021. So I've gone back, and I went back to my maiden name when I got my divorce, which was a fun time. Changing my name back to my maiden name was fun, and by fun I mean frustrating, very frustrating. I had to go to the DMV, show my divorce decree. They were like, well, you need this other piece of paper too, and I'm like, for real? So then I had to go back home, get it, come back the next day. And they let me do it. And I was like, I hate doing this, and I'm not doing this again. That's why I put it off when I changed it to my, when I was thinking about changing it to my now married name. So yes, legally I am still my maiden name, kind of, and kind of my married name. But I will be taking my second husband's last name officially at some point, whenever we get out of this mess, if we get out of it. So that should be good to go on my eyes, and we're dry. Yeah, I will be doing that at some point, and I'll tell you guys when I officially do it, whenever that might be. Okay, so for the green we're gonna do today, we're also gonna do I'm gonna cut my crease with black. And maybe a little bit of green. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut it with, I'm going to try cutting it with the green that I have. And then if that does not work, I will cut it with black. So I have this green pencil that I got from Ulta. And it is called Peacock. It is Peacock, but it is like a sea green, bluish green. It's more of a bluish green undertone. But it's a green. So, and that's why I bought it. Because I wanted a green. So we're going to try cutting this crease with it. It does show up. Ooh. Yeah, that shows up. It looks black, though. I ain't going to lie, that looks black. All right. So we're going to cut it on the other eye. Let's draw that real quick. Okay. Okay. So yeah, there we go. Nice. Nice. Okay. So, if this blends very well, I might do black. I might. Let's see. All right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do this one. We're going to do the Ultimate Glow Shots in the shade Watermelon Wealth. Now, y'all have heard me talk about this in the um, Budget Beauty side series, the breakdown, because I've talked about doing a green look and how the green, and when I use the other Glow Shot, that does not work for me immediately the way I want it to. This one, the Blueberry Baller, I said these two colors tend to be very patchy. So I want to demonstrate this on camera, what I'm talking about. So we're going to do that. And maybe it was a fluke, maybe it wasn't. But let's test it out and see. It's literally the whole point of Budget Beauty. We test out drugstore products. I'm shaking it up too. Because they're like, shake well. Okay. So, getting that out of there sometimes. I want to make sure I got enough on the applicator so I can give this a fair shake if this does not work for me. All right, so we're going to start applying because my primer is dry. And so far, so good. And it dries down. That's the thing. It dries down nicely. I don't have a problem with it drying down. It's the freaking application that is the problem here. But like I say, maybe it was me that time, and maybe I didn't know what I was doing. But it's not that hard. This is not a hard thing to apply. And like I say, I love this applicator tip. It's fantastic. And see, I can't tell if I'm getting close enough, so I might have to get a little closer. Because I can't really tell if I am close enough. I'm picking up this mirror, that's what I'm doing here. If I'm not getting close enough. That's the problem. I was not close enough to see that I was getting to the edge or not. Now so far so good, no patchiness. So maybe it's just the Blueberry Baller that causes the problem. As I'm beginning to think it's just Blueberry Baller that does that. I feel like I'm not putting on enough up here. It feels like I don't have enough on up at the top. All right, let's add some more. Like I say, I love how this works. Once it dries down, it is stunning. It's just that I feel like I didn't have enough on the brush on this applicator. So I'm gonna go all the way to the corner and edge here. Try not to get it in my eye. Let's try not to do that. Because what I'm gonna do is put some black on underneath here. Down here over the lash line. And I want to leave enough of a hole there to fill in with the black. So that's why I did that. So that's why you can see my eyelid there underneath. Okay. So we're just doing the other eye, same concept. I really like how this turns out. I'm surprised too that NYX, I'm surprised that this works very well. I don't have too many other NYX. I have NYX eyeshadow like stuff, but I don't regularly use their eye products. Their lip products, as y'all have seen, I use their lip products, which I'm probably going to do today. I'm probably going to use a NYX lip product. But this might turn out being a whole NYX video. And I like the Ultimate Glow Shots. Once I get them on, I got them on. It's the getting it on part that don't quite want to do sometimes for me. But I think especially with this color, when I was having the issue, I think that was the problem. Don't think it was the formula with this problem. I think the other one, because it's a sheer blue, it's almost an ice white blue. That was the problem there. Okay, this is cool. Okay. And let's square that off a little bit. Okay. So yeah, okay. So yeah, this one isn't the problem. It's just that blueberry baller is the main problem there. Okay. It also doesn't take long to dry. I like that about this. The formula's good and it does not take long to dry. So let's let her dry before we attempt to put that black on. And so a note about the black, which we're going to talk about that black in a minute. And I am gonna fill in up here at the top. I kind of don't want to bend my eye. Like I don't want to blink so that this moves. I want this to dry down. I'm gonna fill in a little bit up there. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, that kind of blended in. These are two different. Now, keep in mind, these are two different companies. This is Ulta's. This is the Ulta Beauty Collection gel eyeliner, and it's the Peacock. And notice that it went on very smooth. I love a nice gel eyeliner. That went on really smooth and very, very nicely. I had another pencil from them, and it kind of broke. And I was like, and then I read online that yes, that's a thing. It's a whole thing. All right, so what I'm going to do is to speed this up just a tad bit. Whoops. Use my Sweetful fan. This one I had to put a little bit more on. This one is almost dry as it is, so I don't really need to like blow on it. But we're going to use this one. We're going to use this to dry this one a little bit faster. But yeah, no, I tried that little pencil that's at the end of my lash comb, and oh boy, that black was doing some weird stuff. It moved all over the place. It migrated all over my eyes. I was disappointed. It went on well, let's say that. Very precision tip. I think this might be dry too. I don't know. I can't really tell. It doesn't feel wet still, but I don't know. But anyway, it went on like precision tip, and then had the absolute nerve. And see, I did get a little bit of green down here, a little bit. It moved a little bit. That's fine because we're gonna cover it in black. But anyway, I used. Let me find it. Okay, I used this. So at the end of this is this black. Now it's a precision tip. It went on precise, but it migrated all over my eye. Like I had it down here. It was up here. It was up in the cut, the crease, and I'm like, it's not supposed to be up there. I am gonna use this because I want to comb through my lashes too. And I want to do a little something with them before I put on that black. So that's what we're gonna do here. So yeah, that was crazy. I was like, what are we doing? And yes, I am touching just above. I'm pulling my eyelid up so that I can get my lashes a little bit better. Try not to touch my dry, somewhat semi-dry, I guess, possibly, maybe not dry, eyeshadow. But yeah, it touched, like, it was migrated all over my face. And I was like, I don't think you're supposed to move like that. I was like, what are we doing? So, knowing that, and I assume, and I put on setting spray that day because I did something with my face. So it wasn't like I didn't set it. So I don't know what was going on there. That was kind of weird. So the lashes are brushed so that y'all can see this, and this is what I do. I just brush it like you would brush your hair, because it is hair. It's just very tiny hairs on my eyelid. So, okay, other eye. Like I say, I'm pretty sure this one's dry now. I just want to brush them up, detangle a little bit. My eyebrows are trying to act like my hair's hurt or something up there, and I don't know what's happening there. I can't really get my eyelid. I don't know what's going on right there. That's weird. It's like I got dandruff or something on my eyelid. It's not. It's actually it's primer. It's just it was a little caked up there. I just realized what it was. I was like, why is that on my eyelid? But I just want to kind of brush them a little bit. To spread them out, clean them up a little bit, and get them cleaned up. Okay. All right. So I think we're good on the eyelashes. So they've been growing. I left them alone. When I take off my eye stuff, I try not to touch them. I try to work around them and do a little bit better. So see, you can see them. They're showing up now. And like I say, they're growing back. So it's because I left them alone. All right. So, and I might brush them one more time once I put on this eyeshadow, this eye pencil. This is the gel cream liner in the shade Swerve. It's the black. Once I put this on, because I kind of have to mess around in that area and it will mess with them. So I kind of want to straighten them up one more time. So, all right, let's go in and draw. This is kind of a precise tip too, but sometimes it's a little thicker than, it's not super precise because it's kind of thick. So, which is fine. I mean, it's a great, nice gel cream liner black pencil. And that is what I want. For certain things, I want this. And for certain things, I need it precise. So, this is fine for this. As opposed to, like, say, a thin one sometimes. Okay. We're not going to do a wing all the way out there. As y'all can see, I am drawing this in. I'm filling in that spot that I left open on my eyelid. This probably would be easier if I just used my shadow stick, my black shadow stick. It probably would be easier, but here we are. Choices. Choices. But, and I might try that with my other eye. Because that shadow stick, let me tell y'all, that black shadow stick is creamy. Y'all have seen me use it. It is very creamy. Okay. Okay, that's cute. That's really cute, and it's filled in. That's what I want. Okay, so there's that. So let's see what happens if I use the black shadow stick. Well, let me see what kind of control I get with that. We're going to keep the black pencil out just in case we screw up here and don't do what I want to do with it. All right, so this is the black shadow stick in the shade Midnight. Midnight Hour. I was correct. Midnight Hour Matte, because it's a matte black. As you can see, I've used it a little bit here. Let's see if I can twist it up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I twisted it up a little bit, and let's see what happens when I do it. I mean, at worst, it'll just cover up some green. At best, it'll do what I want it to do, because it is kind of thick. Now, they claim you can get precise control with this. I feel like this is like using a large felt tip pen. You're going to hit everything. And I was correct. So if I want that precise, I got to use that pencil. But the black matte is like using that pencil. It's the same black matte. Because it's made by, no, well, yes, it's made by the same people, so there's that. And if I absolutely need to, I can fill in that green if I need to, because I may have gotten this a little too high. Okay. See, y'all can see I can't really get it super close to my lash line like I can with the black, with the pencil. Okay, so we're gonna clean this up. That's a good job though. If my black down here was bigger, this wouldn't be as much of a job to do here as I anticipated. So let's see here. Let's fill this in. See, this is way more precise. Way more precise filling. See how I cleanly corrected that? That is a much cleaner, precise cleanup with this black. I'll try to get it down to my lash line so you can't really see lashes. I mean, you can see my lashes where my lashes are, because you're gonna be able to see that because lashes. But you shouldn't see a ton of it. Now, if I were wearing mascara, that would not be an issue. You would not be able to see all of that. But I am not. But yeah, there we go. Clean up. So, but it's cleaned up. It is absolutely cleaned up. And yes, my batteries, my little message popped up and told me, 20% battery. And I'm like, I know, Apple, thanks. So I'm using my old iPhone to record. I now have a 14 Pro Max that I record with. And then that's my actual phone. And then I kept my old 7 Plus that I use as an iPod, because it's big and I can store way more music on it now that it's not my phone. And I don't like my phone and my music being in the same spot, because I got too much music for that. So, as usual, it's hard as hell to draw a wing on this eye. One day we'll get it right. I know there's ways to do it, and you can use a stencil, and there's like using an edge of something to do it. But your girl right now is not trying to do all that. Let's draw it out. Yeah, I said originally I wasn't going to draw the wing all the way out. Well, we're drawing it all the way out. Choices. All right, so eyes are done. Oh yeah, that turned out nicely. It turned out nicely. I'm pleased with that. I'm pleased with this eye. I'm very pleased. Okay, and actually, I'm gonna get over here in this corner and cover that and do it all the way over so that it matches the other eye. I just realized I didn't do that. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, that matches now. Okay. Good deal. All right. So eyes are done. Okay. I don't know. I don't think I want to do face makeup still. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do face makeup. I don't think I will. But I am going to do lips. Let's see what happens. I'm going to see what happens. Because like I said, I used this for something else the other day and it was precise. It was not a hard line either. So let's see if I can do it with my lips. What happens when I try to do it with my lips? Oh, look at that. That's a thin line. Okay. That is a thin line. I like that. Okay. Wet my lips a little bit. Perfect. Okay. So we might use this. Might keep that, and I mean I'm using it for the brush anyway, but I might keep that for drawing these lips. Okay. Okay. So now to decide what color red. So we're going Ninja Turtle green here. Go Green Machine. And yes, I am old enough. I was a Ninja Turtle head back in the day because I wanted to be a teenager and I loved turtles. And so I very much got into the Ninja Turtles and I watched them every day when I got home from school. Every day. Theme song memorized. I also have them all on DVD and or at least the majority of the series. And the first two movies, live action movies, and I'm trying to think what else did I have. I used to have a lunchbox and a Trapper Keeper. And I remember having a lunchbox with the matching thermos that went with it. And I was so excited to have it. I was so excited. I love Ninja Turtles. I was a massive Ninja Turtles fan. Everybody was then. I was 8 years old when Ninja Turtles really blew up in America. And everybody lost their minds about Ninja Turtles. At least people my age did. We're gonna use the NYX Liquid Lingerie Double XL in the shade On Fuego. It is my favorite. Yeah, everybody lost their mind over Ninja Turtles. Everybody. At least everybody my age did. Okay, so we're going to use this mirror. We're going to grab this mirror again and see if I can apply this a little bit better. Okay. Okay, top lip done. It's trying to dry as I'm putting it on. Which, don't get me wrong, is fantastic because it's quick drying. I love the shade too. Of their red shades, this is my favorite one. Okay, fill in that spot. And like doing the Price is Right. Try to get as close as you can without going over. And yes, I am showing my age because I used to watch The Price is Right when I was little. My grandma was a massive fan. Okay, so trying to smooth that out a little bit. And there we are. And that, my friends, is what Fuego looks like on my lips. So, okay. Let's see what time we got. All right. So, I am done. Like I say, I'm not wearing anything else. I think that turned out nicely. And once this dries, it's going to be really pretty. We are going to patch that up just a tad bit, because prematurely press my lips together. A little too close. Okay. All right. Let her dry. And my lips will not take long to dry. Like I say, this is very quick drying. I'm very, very pleased with it. Okay. Well, since we are not putting on face makeup, I can go ahead and put on my earrings. I'm waiting on my lips to dry. And these are Mario earrings. I could not find my Ninja Turtle earrings. They're somewhere where I got these Mario earrings from. So I decided to just wear Mario today. I got these Mario earrings at a convention here in Columbia. And a long time ago, probably about nine, almost 10 years ago. And yeah. Okay. That helped a little bit. Okay. Okay. So this is almost dry. At least the bottom part is. I had to do that little patching section. And that, my friends, is the completed look. So here we are. I'm gonna wear my hair, let my hair down. I am thinking about starting my beauty haul series, and so I will possibly detail, because my ColourPop stuff came in, and I looked at it the other day and checked everything once my order came in to see if I got everything like I was supposed to, and I did. So I think I am gonna talk about my order that I made and how much I spent, and you know, whether or not I'm pleased with it or not. We'll see. That should be a nice setup, and we're gonna call it the beauty haul. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna call it. I just have to like make an intro and find music and do all of that. So that means we'll have 3 series for Budget Beauty, which is great. I enjoy doing the breakdown, and I enjoy doing this one. So the breakdown goes very quickly. When I just break down a look I've already done, it's very easy for me to just be like, oh, here, this is what I'm doing. This is what I did, and this is why this looks the way that it looks. This one is a little bit longer for the long form content because you're watching me in real time do this. So it takes a little bit longer just so I'm talking and doing makeup at the same time, which is kind of hard to do. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a little hard to do. So I look forward to the beauty haul, because the beauty haul should go very quickly too. That should be part of the short form content. So we'll see. I hope to get that one into production in a little bit shortly. I've got other side projects that I need to get done, and I have work stuff that I'm doing on the weekends, so it's kind of hard. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Maybe that'll be on Sundays if and when we do buy some makeup, which is fairly often. Maybe that'll be my Sunday series. So we'll see. I want to thank you for watching, and I want you to come back and see more of my videos. This has been a fun time doing this green and getting this red lip together. I'm enjoying doing my stuff weekly, and I think next month we're going to try to do some more looks that are themed, and especially next month because my wedding anniversary is next month. So, and I said I was going to do my makeup that's green like this. I was going to do my makeup and try to recreate how I did my makeup for my wedding and for my engagement photos. So we'll see. I'll try to do those in the coming weeks because I'm also traveling one of those weekends. So we'll see how well I plan and how well I get things together in order to do that and sit down and do a video on it. So I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you later. Peace.